Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the Easter rabbit itself, the egg-giving Pokemon. We're going to be talking about the moveset it should have, its key matchups, and also its top counters. But before all that, I would like to give a big thank you to all my Patreon members. Today's video is going to be dedicated to Julie, so thank you so much for all your support. And don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all PvP and Silph Arena content. Now on to the video. Lopunny is a very interesting Pokemon, but also very risky. Because it is a normal type Pokemon, it is gonna have an extreme weakness to fighting type moves. But the funny part is, it also has a fighting fast move. Lopunny has access to Pound and Low Kick. Preferred moveset would be Low Kick, due to its fighting typing. Anytime that a Pokemon has a fighting type fast or charge move, you are most likely going to be using it because fighting type is key in the Jungle Cup. Even though Low Kick is a pretty terrible move compared to counter. And this is the main reason to why we're even talking about Lopunny today. Lopunny has access to Hyper Beam, Fire Punch, and Focus Blast. Fire Punch will give you the fire typing that is lacking in this meta. The mix of Low Kick and Fire Punch, you'll be able to do some serious damage to those steel types. Steel types like Electric Steel, like Magneton, Magnezone, or Steel Bug, like Fortress or Scizor. Also, because Lopunny has a fighting fast move, it's going to be able to do some decent damage to those other normal type Pokemon. No, don't get me wrong, we still lose to Vigoroth. We don't call him the Jungle Cup King for no reason. Now onto what we have to be careful for. When using Lopunny, like I said, it is very risky. And I like to play with a little bit of risk sometimes, but this is a little too risky for my liking. The reason why is because Lopunny only hard counters very specific Pokemon. It doesn't hard counter a specific typing. Lopunny is so situational where unless you get those matchups, you're gonna pretty much lose to everything else. Yeah, you'll have a decent matchup, you'll do some damage here and there, but again, it's just not worth it because you're going to pretty much lose to everything else in the meta. And with that, I find that Lopunny is just not usable in this meta. Now let's get into some battles and let's see how well our fluffy little bunny does in battle. Now into some battles. We're going to be going into round 1 and we're going to be starting off with our Noctowl. And we're like, okay, we have a positive matchup against this Beedrill. So now we're going to be hitting him with Wing Attack and he's going to try to get out of there as fast as he can. And he's going to bring in his Magneton, and now we know we're going to switch into our Lopunny, because, you know, Lopunny is a... oh my god. Okay, well, we didn't even shield down, we took the Magnet Bomb. We're like, okay, that's cool. I don't think he even knows what Lopunny even has. We're like, okay, let's try to get to this. Can we try to get to this? We're like, okay, you know what? We're going to shield here. We're going to shield here, because we're going to try to take down that that Magneton with the Fire Punch. And we're like, can we pull this off? I'm so curious if we can actually pull this off. So we're like, you know what? Let's use the Fire Punch. Will he shield? No, he doesn't. And the Magneton goes down. We're like, oh my gosh. The Lopunny came in clutch. And we're like, wow, that's hilarious. So Lopunny is just going to go in and try to do a couple more low kicks. And he's going to be bringing back his Beedrill. And that's going to be the end of our Lopunny. And now we're going to be coming back with our Noctowl. And we're going to go straight for the Sky Attack, because that will do a whole lot of damage to that Beedrill if it ends up pulling it off. But he is forced to shield. And now he's going to try hitting us with a X-Scissor. Will we get it? Yep. It won't do anything to our Noctowl because our Noctowl is just so beefy and completely resists that X-Scissor. And now he's going to switch out of there and he's going to be bringing in his Vigoroth. And we're like, okay, cool. No problem, no problem. What are we going to do here? We're going to hit him with a Sky Attack. Force the last shield. And now we're like, what do we do? What do we do? We're going to shield here. The reason why we're going to shield here is because we're going to try to get to the Sky Attack. If we get to the Sky Attack, we're going to be able to do so much damage to that Vigoroth, and we know what we have in the back. We're going to try to do a Wing Attack, and then we're going to switch up out of there because we don't want him to get any more energy. And, well, technically, if he was going to use the charge move, we should have just let him use the charge move. But it's okay. We're fine with it. We can use Confusion, and that's going to... Ooh, no, that's not going to be the end of it. Oh, wow. Okay. So now he's gonna use Body Slam. He's gonna do a whole lot of damage to our Vigoroth. And how we're like, okay, cool, whatever is gonna come in now is gonna get hit with a Silver Wind. We don't even care what it is. And we're like, oh, it's a Beedrill. So that does some decent damage, but it's just not gonna be enough. And we pull off another Confusion. Look how low that Beedrill is. We bring up the Noctowl, and he pulls off an X Scissor, which is gonna be the end of our Noctowl. And that is gonna be the end of round 1. Now we're going into round 2. We're going to be starting off with our Venomoth, and we're going against the Raichu. And we're like, okay, that's a pretty decent matchup, no problem, no problem. And we're going to be using Confusion. We're going to be doing a whole lot of damage to that Raichu with just Confusion alone, because Confusion, it's slow, but it hits so hard. So we're like, okay, cool, no problem. He's going to be trying hitting us with a Thunder Punch, and we're like, okay, cool, we can take it a little bit. We can try our best to try to take it. So we're going to go Silver Wind here, hopefully get it off without having a shield. Nope, he's going to shield here. So we're gonna keep, oh, and look at this. We got the boost. We got the boost. We're like, oh my god, we're shielding everything now. We are shielding everything. So we're like, cool, Confusion, 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 finish off that Raichu. Now whatever's coming in next, we're gonna try it with the charge move, and then Confusion's just gonna go to town. We're like, cool, what's coming in next? He's waiting, he's waiting. We're like, boom, Silver Wind. And he brings in a Venusaur. I was like, Venusaur? Okay. There goes the shield. And we're like, cool, Confusion, Confusion, Confusion. And we're like, yeah, that's right. We're trying to get to that Poison Fang, but we're like, it's okay, whatever. So we shield here again. We're like, no problem, because we know we have our Poison Fang in the back as well. So we're going to use Poison Fang here. And then we're going to try to finish off that Venusaur, because he has no more shields, and we have no more shields. So we're trying to get to Confusion again. We do another Confusion. We do another Confusion. Will we get to a Poison Fang? We do not get to a Poison Fang. So you saw what happened there. Venomoth, he got the boost and just went to town on their team. And we're like, cool, cool, because we knew he had a Body Slam ready. We're like, okay, what? We're gonna use our Lopunny as bait. We're like, Lopunny, take the bait, take down that Vigoroth, take all that Vigoroth hit him with some low kicks. And we're like, yep, just get that Vigoroth a whole lot lower, because we know who we have in the back, and this is exactly what we needed to get done, because now we have our own Vigoroth in the back, and his Vigoroth has no shields, we have no shields, but he has lower HP, and that is what we used Lopunny to do. We wanted him to get as low as possible, so for when our Vigoroth came in, he'd be able to go to town. Now we're going to be going into round 3, and we're going to be going in with our Alolan Raichu, and we're going up against his Vigoroth. I remember Alolan Raichu does have a Psychic typing, so he will be able to resist Vigoroth's counter. And now we're like, okay, you know what? We're not gonna shield this. We're good, no problem. He's gonna use his Body Slam. That Body Slam does a pretty chunky hit. And now we're like, okay, now what are we gonna do here? We're gonna have to try to pull off a Wild Charge. Is he gonna shield here? He is going to shield here, and we're like, okay, he's gonna shield here. So we're like, okay, now what are we gonna do? We're gonna go ham, and we're gonna try to get to that Wild Charge, and we're like, uh-oh. Okay, you know what? Now we're gonna shield here, because we already brought him down one shield. We're gonna equal it out with our own shield, and we're gonna hit him with a Wild Charge. Now we're like, okay, now you are either going to shield twice here, or you're gonna get hit with that Wild Charge. And he decides to shield twice. And we're like, okay, interesting, interesting. So now we're like, okay, same thing as last time. Let's see if we can pull off some confusion, shall we? And we're gonna be shielding here, because now we do not want us to take that big chunk hit, because just in case we do pull off a Silver Wind and we get a buff. So we're like, okay, cool, let's Silver Wind this Raichu and hope for the buff. So do we end up pulling it off? We pull it off and we switch out of there, because now we know that he's going to be able to pull off a Wild Charge, and we wanted our Lopunny to take it instead of our Venomoths. Now we're like, you know what, do it, get it off, come on, finish it off. Yep, we end up, and we're like, can we get to this Fire Punch? Can we get to this Fire Punch? Is he going to bring back his Vigoroth? Is he going to bring it back? Are we going to be able to pull off a Fire Punch? We go for it, and we don't get to it. We're like, oh my god. Okay, so now we bring back our Venomoth, and we're like, wow, he ended up getting the Body Slam off. We're like, okay, cool, that's fine. We're going to just finish him off with just Confusions, and we're like, okay, what's going to be coming back in? It is going to be his Fortress, and we're like, Fortress. Okay, so now we know that we pretty much lost this matchup, and we're gonna hit him with a Silver Wind, and it doesn't matter what happens now. Even if we get a buff, it doesn't even matter. So we're just gonna keep hitting with confusions, and that is gonna be the end of round 3. As we can see, Lopunny is just so situational, and unless you get into those specific situations, you pretty much are gonna lose. I just don't think he comes up to par with the rest of the meta. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.